Hi, it's me, Zay for Beeblebrox, the British Tech Guru. It's disassembly time. This is a USB to pin converter that apparently takes USB 5 volts and turns it into 19 or something like that. I can't remember. But it looks interesting enough to want to take apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little go at this, taking this apart and see what the heck it is. It looks kind of interesting. So let me see, there's a kind of a, looks like there's a join there. Let's see. See if I can split it there. Oh. Yeah, looks like there's a join. So right, let's see. That does not want to come apart, does it? Definitely a join there. So I have to try and do is try and work it a bit. Not wanting to come apart. Getting there a little bit, but not very much. Yes. I think I might have to pause the video there while I have a little go at this. Welcome back. And I had a go at this with Mr. Hacksaw. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put Mr. Screwdriver in the slot I cut and turn. And indeed it is beginning to come apart, which is welcome. And there we go. Definitely coming apart. And obviously I need to put Mr. Hacksaw here, so we'll pause again. Well, Mr. Hacksaw has been busy and going to try to split again here, and yes, we're definitely getting it apart. Split here. Oh yes. Oh yes, 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 yes. Now that is definitely splitting. Maybe I need to do a little bit more hacksaw. Maybe I can just do this with a knife. Just need to be able to pull this apart. Don't know what they've done here with what kind of glue they've used on this plastic, but whatever it is pretty phenomenal. Yeah. Let's see. Pull that apart a bit more. I can see it beginning to give. But is it going to come apart? I'm going to have to pause again and get the hacksaw out on it again. Okay, Mr. Hacksaw has been at it again. And let's have another little look. Oh yes, that's definitely coming apart. Okay. Now, does Mr. Hacksaw need to visit the other side? I think probably Mr. Hacksaw does need to visit the other side. Or maybe not. Let's see how persuasive Mr. Screwdriver can be. Because Mr. Screwdriver can be pretty persuasive. But in this particular instance, Mr. Hacksaw is going to have another go. Okay, Mr. Hacksaw has had yet another go. And we might be getting somewhere now. I hope, maybe. That is looking much more promising. Oh yes. That is looking much more promising. There. Got him out of his plastic case. Now, what do we have inside here? We have another plastic case. Okay. Get Mr. Knife on it. So this is interesting. This is very, very difficult to pull apart. But looking at it, doesn't appear to be all that much inside, which is kind of what I'd expect. I expect it to be fairly minimal. What I was not expecting was the amount sheer resistance I was going to get. And I think I'm going to pause there and get Mr. Hacksaw involved again. Well, Mr. Hacksaw had another go and didn't get very far. So what I'm going to try and do here is try and trim this plastic off here like this. That trimmed off nicely. We've got a slit here, and yeah, that is not getting anywhere. I'm wondering if this is all solid plastic. That would be a huge annoyance. Get this off. I can definitely see movement there. I'm still trying to find out what's actually inside this thing. Okay, let me get Mr. Hacksaw on this again, and I'll be back. Okay, Mr. Hacksaw has been busy again, and I just realised I'm filming this in a vertical format instead of a horizontal format, which is not really quite what I intended, but hey, it is what it is. Now, is this little so-and-so going to come apart? I'm rather suspecting it's going to be about as awkward as it possibly can be. Right, that seems to be pretty well solid plastic. I cannot find that. This is absolutely nuts. Let's see. I might have to dismantle this totally and just get the plastic off in bits. Right, let's see, what do we got that? Are we getting that off? Are we getting it off? That is looking promising. Oh yes. Now that is looking much more promising. but that still doesn't want to separate. Okay. There we go. Tear this lump of plastic off. Let's see if we can get this lump of plastic. I'm trying to do this without cutting myself, because this knife is incredibly sharp. I didn't want it sharpened, but somebody decided to sharpen it for me. People never listen to me. That is looking a little bit more promising. So, let's see if I can get this bit off without stabbing myself. Oh, I'm pretty sure some people would enjoy the screams and the fountains of blood. Okay, try this side. Is that coming out? Not yet. It should be coming apart. It should be coming. Let's just try that. And then let's just try slicing down. That didn't work too well. So what we're going to do is going to try again. In fact, I might, should I pause it again? Yeah, let's pause it again to get violent with the hacksaw. I'm sorry you missed all the acrobatics, but I had to really, struggle to take the thing apart. It's all embedded in plastic, and what we have here is the key to it all. Whoops, where'd that go? It really is that small. Let's see if we can focus in on that. And that is what drives it. Well, let me see if I can read it off camera. And my goodness. Even using a massive magnifier. I can see writing on the chip. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. There we are. No, almost. No, still close. Almost had it. There we are. But I can't see what kind of chip it is. But that's all that's on that. This is very small electronic components. And that raises 5 volts to 19 volts. Yeah, okay. I'll believe it. Thousands wouldn't, but I will. I'm going to say that's probably a pretty good thing if it actually works. I took it apart because they supplied it with the wrong size connector, and for the price of an adapter connector, I can just get a whole new thing. Yeah, so let's just say this is an interesting bit of Chinese junk, and leave it at that.